Hello, what's up, you guys? My name is MacGyver, and I just want to do a one full year review of my disc golf journey. I just started last year in April. I fell in love with the game, and built up my bags, got a lot of discs, and I joined sanctioned tournaments at PDGA. So just yesterday, within my 1 year anniversary, I played the Power Disc Golf Academy Championship qualifier. Um, Yep. So I got my invitation. I actually won my first MA3 event. So I got my invitation to play Eagles Crossing in August. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I just wanted to give a little what's in my bag review to people who, so that people will understand where I'm coming from as a newbie, and maybe this might help you guys in the game. So yeah, so let's start off with the putters. I have a Luna. It's kind of beat up right now, but this is my very first putter that I got, and I just recently switched over to the Pixel over the off season. I just felt like I found the way I like to putt is I like to float it to. I like to have a floaty putt to the basket, so this really fit my style. This is for headwind, so yep. And for my throwing putters, I have the Envy and the Sensei. So the Envy, if I would need a 230-foot shot, I don't want it to glide too much. I want to have a mid-flight to just going down. I would get grab the Envy, and for my Sensei, I would grab the Sensei for when I wanted like a glidier flight, 200 to 230. So I would throw the Sensei, and it's pretty stable. It's pretty reliable in the headwind. And for my approach disc, I love the Berg. I recently got this in my bag, and I love it a lot. So the Berg, I when I needed like 100 to 200 foot approach and crazy headwind. This thing I feel like it drops anyways. The wind does not affect it too much, so I love it. I have the Zone OS and the Zone ESP Recycle. Everyone knows the Zone. It's a reliable mid range. I'm sorry, a reliable approach disc. I can flex it too if I want. So I love this disc. And the Zone OS is my utility shot when I need to hyzer around things. It will come back very stable, just drop on the ground. So I love this thing right here. And we'll move to the mid ranges. So the mid range, uh, I bag is one of the I bag the Disscraft Swarm. This is my utility shot, mostly forehand. I could do a lot of great, flicks and flex with the Swarm. It's very, very reliable, very stable. And I have the Disscraft Soul. This is my turnover shots. I love it. I use this disc a lot because I don't have a great forehand, and whenever I need to do like a 200, 230, 200 to probably 250 turnover shots, I would grab my Soul. So I love this thing. And the last two mid range I have is the Buzz and the Buzz OS. The Buzz was my first disc that I got from my friend Elvis. This was the disc that introduced me to disc golf, and I love this thing. It's still very reliable, very straight. I can hyzer flip it to flat. If I want to get a flex shot for my mid range, I can slow down the spin and I can get a flex shot of it. So I love this disc. And the Buzz OS, it's just the beefier buddy. But I love this thing in headwind. I don't use it too often, but when I do, it's very trustworthy. And we will go to the fairways. So I got the fairway here. Two that I love them. I throw a lot is the Athena, the ESP Athena. This right here is, this one is a little bit more stable because I don't use it too often. So I really keep in the bag so that I can trust the stability of it. Having a straight disc to fly, 240 to 260, and then a reliable fade at the end. So I don't throw this too much except for those shots. My Athena, I love this thing. This one right here is the big Z plastic, and I can hyzer flip this. I can throw it at an Annie with less effort to get the flex shot that I want for backhand. I can hyzer flip this with the sidearm. So I love this disc right here. This is always going to be in my bag. And moving on to the 9-speed. So I throw the Lone Star Lariat. This right here. Yeah, it's just really reliable. I could throw 300 straight shot and it will just drop right in front. Um, this thing really turns over. Even if on a little bit of Annie, I feel like it still goes pretty straight. It won't turn on. It won't turn on me and never come back. So this is really reliable. And I have the Disscraft Heat and the Enova Firebird. So stable 9-speed, very understable 9-speed right here. I throw this thing, the Heat, almost all my turnover shots that I need 300 or more. So I love this. I love this disc right here. Moving over to the 10-speed. I have my Avenger SS. This here is in my utility because my Heat, once it turns, it never comes back. But the Avenger, once it turns, it does fade back at the end. So I love this thing right here. I have my Enova Beast, which is just a bigger brother of my Lariat. But I throw this in headwind. So it's very reliable. When I have a really big headwind and I'm kind of insecure that it might turn and never come back, I will throw my Enova Beast. And my Thunderbird here. I love this disc. If I need like a straight shot to a big dump on about 270, 280, like a really nice skip play, I would throw this disc right here. So I love this. And let's move over to my drivers. So we'll start with this 11-speed here. I have my Scorch for understable disc. My max distance with this is probably 360. But on a good day, I could probably hit 330, 340. So that's probably more of the consistent side. The Enova Wraith, I love this disc right here. Very trustworthy in the wind. And especially I love the designs, which was the reason why I got it at first. But now, after throwing this disc for over half a year, I love it. And we'll go over to my 12-speed. So I have the Enova Destroyer. I can throw this. My max distance is probably 330, 340. I really don't have a big arm like everyone else, so I use this for more of a utility shot. 340 if going straight and I needed to fade hard, and I know I can reach there within 330, 340. I will throw my Destroyer. Definitely love it. And my time lapse, I recently started bagging it. Got introduced into it. And this here, I can throw it. It will flip up, turn, and the fade at the end. And that's what I really needed because I got a Destroyer, a lightweight one, but I couldn't do the turn as much as I wanted to. I couldn't control it. So with the time lapse, this was so much easier. And here I have my Cloudbreaker, thanks to my buddy Tong. He recently gave it to me over the off season, right before the off season, and I just started using it this year. Definitely for my sidearm when I needed to hit straight, turn, and the fade at the end. This is my go-to disc. And the last disc in my bag is the Enova Boss. I love the Boss. This is my main sidearm disc. It's a lightweight, so it forgives me a little bit, and it allows me to gain a little bit more distance since it's a lighter weight. It's a 168. So you guys, I don't think you should shy away from lighter discs. I think it actually helps you. I think the weight, the speed, and the disc is supposed to dial into your style, your form. So this is why all of my discs, they're not max weight. Everything is always dialed into my form. That's it, you guys. So I just want to do my 1 year review. It's been great so far. I've captured a win in MA4, MA3. Now the goal is to be in MA, capture a win in MA2, MA1, and then eventually move over to MPO. So thank you.